Hi, my name's Tom Bradford. In this live stream, we're going to go over how to apply for an Innovator visa in 5 steps. Now, I've prepared a guide on how to do this, which you can find just on the link below. It's on the extract to my book on my blog, so you can see that by just clicking on the link below. And those 5 steps cover the 5 key areas you need to bear in mind. So what are the key requirements you need to meet? What if you're starting a new business in the UK? What if you're relying on an existing business? Then how to meet the requirements for permanent residence in the UK and thinking about that in advance. And then the evidence of maintenance. And one of the key starting points you need to bear in mind is whether you're applying for a startup visa or an innovator visa. Now, the key considerations here are, as I've highlighted in another video in this series, for a startup visa, you've got to spend the majority of the time on your business. But for the innovator visa, you've got to spend all of your time on the business exclusively. That's a key point. The other point is, what sort of investment are you going to be making? So for a startup visa, there's no minimum investment. For the innovator visa, you've got to invest £50,000 or have £50,000 available to invest. Many of my clients will be investing significantly more than that in the UK. One key point you have to bear in mind is that one of the tests is viability, financial viability included. So you've got to bear in mind, what does it actually cost, or what will it cost to get your business in the UK to a revenue point where you're actually making money, you're in profit, and it's a stable business. You've got to think about, what's the lead up to that? Where is the money going to come from in the meantime? Are you going to be seeking investment? So yesterday, I was speaking with one of my Innovator Visa clients, and he is looking to raise funds in the UK for his business, as some of my other clients are doing. So you need to think about, are you going to be approaching funders first to get grants that may in fact help with the credibility of your application? And either way, what's going to be your route to market, and how fast can you actually monetize your business? Now, many businesses, particularly in the technology space these days, are looking to raise funds before they're actually profitable. My personal preference for businesses that qualify for these sorts of visas is that really you should have a team, you should have a product, perhaps a minimum viable product or minimum viable service before launching into this. It's very rarely that you have businesses, perhaps which raise very significant funds, but which don't necessarily have a client base yet and are purely at the concept stage. There's some notable examples like WhatsApp and so on. But those sorts of businesses are rare. Generally, you'll need to have a viable business. For the startup visa, you won't actually need much more than a qualifying idea, because the idea is that the university is supporting you. You're switching from a tier 4 visa onto the startup visa, and then you'll be going on to the innovator visa to give you a pathway to settlement. So for the startup visa, you're going to be part of the university support network, and you may be taking a course at the university before going on to the program. Now, one of the points you want to bear in mind is, before investing any fees on a course, perhaps an MBA or a shorter course that you could do in 6 months or a year, and then transition to the startup visa, you'll want to be thinking about whether you're actually going to get the endorsement for the purposes of the startup visa. And what I'd recommend is that you first secure an indication at the very least. I can help you with this depending on which university you're applying to, but an indication that you will be accepted onto the program subject to X, Y, Z. But you'll need to have high levels of confidence that the university is actually going to endorse you before you undertake your course, whether it's for 6 months or a year, as a precursor to the startup visa. I am also in conversation with a university regarding endorsing external candidates. So as well as the list of endorsing bodies for innovator visas, I'll just quickly show you them. So this is just back to my guide here. As I say, you can click the link below. So there are these approved endorsers the Bakery, Seed Camp, Ignite, MedCity, Tech Nation, etc. As well as these, it's likely that there's going to be some universities who are going to be endorsing for the purposes of innovator visas, or endorsing for the purposes of startup visas, but in respect of external candidates, so not students at the university. And there's clearly benefits to be had from a knowledge exchange perspective, because part of a university's ambit and mandate is to assist graduates to move into the private sector and to facilitate helpful exchanges with the private sector and business, particularly technology. So look, this is just a brief point about some considerations you should bear in mind. As for the 5 steps for securing an innovator visa, do just check out my guide here. As I say, the link's below. Feel free also to contact me for a free consultation. I'd be very happy to speak with you if you're considering your options. Thanks very much, and bye for now.